Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be diving into quite possibly one of my favorite features in the SAM 2.0, and this is the communications matrix, specifically looking at routines. Now, I like to say everyone has lots of daily routines, whether it's your morning routine or your routine to make your coffee or just going to work. And so this is one of the really cool things inside of SAM. But Mark, talk to me about the routines inside of SAM 2.0 and specifically why or how you thought about building these.
Yeah, so this has been a time time sensitive aspect of any system that you do is dealing with routines. I mean, you every day you're doing something. So what you've got to do is you've got to figure out what is it that you do every day and how can you automate those. So what I did was said, okay, based off of knowing how agents do their business every day, how can I create a system that allows them to set up and customize their day on a daily basis? And instead of doing large workflows like a lot of systems that are out there, we started thinking about the whole idea of breaking it down into smaller routines, smaller processes. If I change a certain date of something, then something small happens. Well, you might have a series of different things, different dates that change, and all of those combined make your entire workflow. But if you concentrate on building just one small routine at a time, it's very manageable. So the development of this was simply to create an interface to let you say, okay, based off of a birthday or based off of a new listing, what are the things that I do in a very small package and build those in. Now, some of the things that I've been working on is the ability to say, okay, let's now use AI to build those for you. Mm-hmm. So no longer you have to use your mental thoughts of, what should I do next? You just give an objective and say, hey, I want to be able to give a great birthday experience to my customer over the next 3 days or 3 days prior to, what should I do? And then let AI create the entire content. It can create the routine itself. It can create the templates for the messaging that goes out, whether it's an email, whether it's an SMS, whether it's a phone call, and create all that and then have it put into the system. So those are some things that, while it's not in there yet, it is on its way.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, like I said, one of the most powerful features inside the SAM 2.0 platform. You've been doing incredible work, and I don't want to keep you too long, but thanks for stopping by again. We've got some really incredible stuff, and Demo Day is just going to keep rolling, and we're going to keep looking at each and every one of these features that you've been able to build. And if you guys will stick through, I'm actually going to show you how these routines can be built inside the platform. But Mark, it was really great to see you again, and I can't wait to have you back on for some of our other videos.
Awesome.
See you later. I'll see you. Now, we get it. Real estate's difficult. Client care, follow-ups, communications, marketing, and then somehow you have to have a life after that. Well, when you start leveraging SAM's routines, you're going to start finding that you have the ability to look up and outside of your business, bring up your time for what matters most. So looking inside of SAM, we're actually going to look at one of our new follow-up routines. Now, the reason we're going to be looking at this is because oftentimes we have new leads come into our business. Now, inside of SAM, how these routines get started is based on those important days that we covered inside the contact section. So as that contact gets filled out, that important date gets filled in for the entry date. Now, the entry date might trigger that new lead routine to start. That's pretty cool. But inside of routines, we can do a couple of different things. So based on the entry day, we can look at exactly how many days before or after, how many hours, weeks, months we want to start the automation. And then we can start to figure out whether we want to do it based on that specific important date that we've triggered, a specific start date that we want it to occur, or is there a specific month or date that we want this specific activity to happen? Now, this might be if we're sending out, say, a 4th of July card or something like that. But for this specific routine, oftentimes you want to use that important date. And for this new lead welcome email, I probably want it to go out immediately after this lead comes in. So this is going to be your opportunity to send a hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to my business. Let me know as soon as you're ready. We can get on the phone. We can start learning about what you're looking for, all of the different things, and we can get you going with the process. And from here, we can move into our action and we can look specifically at the message that we're going to send. Now, this is really cool because if we click this select for automatic processing, this is going to allow Sam to send this message automatically. Now, this is going to happen because we've pre-templated this message, but we could actually do it a couple of different ways. We could actually right under that, click into the objective field. Now, if we're inside the objective, we can share additional insights or things that we want to do. This would be where you could personalize a message, and you can either personalize a template that you've already pre-written so that each and every person who receives it is going to have a personalized message specifically to them. It's going to be written by Sam, and then all we have to do is review it before it sends out. Or we can allow the template to just go out as is. Or if you're feeling crazy, you can also just send a templated message based on an objective that you write, and there's no template involved in that. Now, under that, we can select their preferred, which if you guys remember, maybe it's email, maybe it's SMS, maybe it's phone calls, but specifically for this message, we want it to be either email or SMS. And if they don't have it denoted or we want to make sure it goes a specific way, we can also select that as well. And then outside of that, if there's additional message recipients that need to receive that, maybe a partner or maybe you just want to send yourself a carbon copy so you know that you have a new lead. You could also include that in the message recipients. Now from here, you can start building out these routines for the different specific actions and the specific activities inside of those. And this is going to be a really powerful way for you to start building out these automations. Instead of thinking about multi-step processes, now we only have to think about one specific action at a time. So in this case, a new lead comes in the business. What specifically are we going to do to help ensure that they have this world-class client experience? And then we can start building that. Now, I'll let you know a little spoiler. This is going to be coming a little bit later in 2025, but inside the routines, you are going to be able to click a button and tell Sam exactly what you want a routine to do. So for example, you want a birthday routine that sends a happy birthday message, informs you that their birthday is coming up a week before so that you can handwrite them a letter. And then also you want to have their birthday on your calendar so you can give them a phone call. Now you tell Sam that, and then boom, Sam is going to be able to build these for you. So now instead of actually having to sit down and think about each and every one of these, Sam would be able to build these routine automations for you. And then all you have to do is follow behind, going through each of the different steps, reviewing them, making sure they sound good. And then you can also, if at any point you need to add a template, you can add those templates inside of there, and then the routine can start to work for you. Now, after we've got our routine all the way built out, all we have to do is click this little active button. Now, once we've clicked the active button, anytime someone comes into our system and that important date is triggered, that routine will start automatically for us. And if we have those messages set to send automatically, they're going to start working and sending on our behalf using Sam. So this is really cool. This is going to be a completely new way for you to think about automations, but truly it's going to allow you to do so much more than your traditional automated workflows are going to do. And I'm just so excited for you to get to dive into these today. So this is the routines automations. Now there's lots of different ways we could automate our routines, but specifically for our automations, what I suggest you do is go through each and every one of those important dates, start thinking about what is a world-class client experience going to be, and then you can start to build a routine specifically for that important date, for that world-class client experience. And then at the end of it, you just start building and stacking and adding on, and all of a sudden you've got a routine for each and every one of these. And now whether it's a new lead coming in, whether it's a birthday, or maybe it's just someone opening your email and it adds to your calendar a notice so that you can give them a call. you have the power using SAM 2.0. And this is the power of the routine automation. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this one. This is by far one of my most powerful features. And it's one that we use over here at Workflow Secrets as well. And you're going to see it in action anytime you're communicating with us. And man, it's one of my favorites. So hopefully you enjoy this. And I will see you guys on our next video.